Good morning, everybody. I am your keyboard vocal trainer. Well, I do keyboard with vocals. I train music with keyboard with vocals, and I am here to train you the Western classical music. Basically, I am a keyboard vocal trainer as well as a songwriter by professions. So, I train Western classical music and as well as Western vocals and Bollywood songs also. So what I do is to create the scales according with the vocals. So the first thing in Western vocals comes with the O sound, and now here's my keyboard, which is of 61 keys. My keyboard has 61 keys. Many professional keyboards have 88 keys, but only we work on four octaves. So how to count the octaves? So this is my 61 keys keyboard, and here are the octaves: C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 7 keys. A keyboard has 7 byte keys and 5 sharp keys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C first, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C second, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C third, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C fourth, and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C fifth octave. Okay. Now this fifth octave is the highest octave, and then comes 6, 7, 8, which are very high scales. So why keyboard is needed, why we need to learn a musical instrument? So that to check that vocal scales. You can see in the concerts, you have watched in the concerts, like singers used to sing and the musicians used to fix scales of the singer, because without musicians a singer is also nothing, because musicians fix the scales, musicians do each and everything in order to match the scales of the singer. Alright, and then the concert happens. Okay, so there are a lot of things to learn in the keyboard lesson as well as in the Western vocal. If I talk about keyboard lessons, then we have fingers also. So these fingers are, fingers are 5, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that everybody knows. Right hand starts, the thumb starts from as the first finger, but from left hand, can anybody tell me what will be the fifth finger? Most of the people will say this is the fifth finger. Okay, but this is not the fifth finger. Okay, like they will say like this is the fifth finger or this is the fifth finger, something like this, 1 or 5. Okay, they are confused. So let me remove that confusion. The fifth finger is this one, the thumb. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People mistake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct from right, but from left the pinky fingers become the first finger. And the finger patterns. So this pinky finger is the first finger, this ring finger second finger according to left hand. Middle finger, okay. Then this third finger is the middle finger, fourth finger, index finger, index finger. And fifth is the thumb. You say thumbs up, right? All the best. You say like this. Fifth finger. Now how to play the scales. So in order to play the scales, you have to be very good knowledge about the Western classical music in order to play the Western vocals also. In order to sing and play Western vocals, you need to have a very good knowledge about Western classical music and all the scales actually. So there comes different types of scales. First is the major scale, minor scales, blues scales, pentatonic scales. 4 scales come. Alright, major, minor, blue, pentatonics. Then there are arpeggios, circle of fifth also, and there are major seventh dominant chords also, simple chord inversions also. I will give you a training one by one. So it will be like this. First I will start with the minor scale, which starts with sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Then I will show you the major scales, then I will show you the minor scales, then I will show you the warm up of the minor scales and the major scales as well. Okay, that how I do the warm up with the keyboard scales. It is needed, right? So first of all we will do like this. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. That you all know. I play the sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa now from a different scale. That is the D note. In each note the scales are different. Then from E note, sa re ga ma. Major scales are described as most easiest scale because there are no forms in major scales. There is no natural melodic and harmonic that comes in minor scales. Now I will play the minor scale. So from starting from C, I will play natural, I will play melodic, I will play harmonic minor as well. It will be like this. I can sing with awe. Western classical music starts with awe sound. Raise the volume up when you are on the sharp notes. Okay, now comes the melodic minor. Okay, this is the melodic minor. Now the harmonic minor. Okay, if you learn the scale, the most proficient thing is that, the most beneficial thing is that you can do the warm-up exercise with the scales. That is the greatest benefit which I have found when I learned the scales, that I can do the vocal warm-up with the scales. And actual vocal warm-up is only with the scales of the musical instrument. Without it, there is no such warm-up. Without it, because how will you get to know in which octave of the keyboard you are doing the vocal warm-up exercise, right? So it is needed. Now comes this one. Now comes the D natural minor. Okay, so it will be like this. Natural melodic. Harmonic. Harmonic scale. Now comes the pentatonic scale, which emerged from major scales. So a form of Chinese and Japanese music, both. Combination of Chinese and Japanese music is the pentatonic scale. Now the blues scales. So you need not to sing in the pentatonic and blues scales. Just the singing, the warm-up goes specially with the major scales as well as the minor scales. Now, what happens if I separate the minor scales? Like if I put it into half, the major scales note which I am playing, if I only play the first 5 notes of each and every major scale starting from C, what will happen? First 5 notes. What I am doing here? I am just playing the first 5 notes of the major scale. That's it. For Western vocal warm-up. Major scales are definitely the Indian classical music, but when you play the first 5 notes, it is turning into Western vocal warm-up. Alright? It is not going into sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. It is going into do re mi fa sol la ti do re. Do re mi fa sol la ti do re do re. Do re mi fa sol la ti do re re mi. Sol la ti do re. And so the scale goes on from medium to high. Now on high comes the 4th and 5th octave. Medium is this third octave is the medium. The second octave is the lowest scale, second lowest scale I will say. And this one is the low. This is second high, highest. Then 7th, 8th, 9th, all are high scales. We need not to play from that. Only 61 keys keyboard is needed. Alright, now Now, how to form the major chord? Major chord is like this. Whenever we have to play the major chord, first the rule is that we have to match that chord with the scales, whether that chord is matching or not. So for major chord, you have to learn all the major scale, minor scales from the second octave also. Okay, so I'll play the major scale first. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. Okay, now I hold the chord. I hold the chord. Now if we do like this, I'm breaking the chord. If I do this is the major chord. Now I break the chord, now hold the chord. Okay, I break the chord, now hold the chord. I'm holding the chord. Okay, this is the major chord. Now minor chord. How can we identify that minor chords emerged? So we have to play minor scales for that. Okay, so now C major chord we did C, E, G. Note C, E, G comes in the major chord, and on minor chord note which will come? Any black note which is back to this middle white key note. Okay, according to the major chord, that will come on the minor one. Alright, so in D major chord, this F sharp is the major chord. Okay, this F sharp key is making the D scale the major chord. Okay, D major chord. Now any key back to this F sharp comes the F. This is the minor chord. Okay, this is the major, this is the minor. Got it? E, G, B, minor chord. F, G sharp, C. It will come like this, minor chord. G, A sharp, D, minor chord. This is the major, this is the minor. Okay, so we have to check the note, not necessarily that it should be a black key note. If the white key have the major chord, if the major chord middle note is white key, then black key will be the minor one. If the major chord middle note is black key, white key will be the minor one. It works like this. Now what are chord progressions? A bunch of major, minor and diminished chords. C major, D minor, A minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, C major. In diminished chord what happens? B major chord, B, D sharp, F sharp comes. In minor, any middle note, okay, this middle note is coming back to this black key, so it is the minor one. B minor, B diminished, B, D, F. Diminished chord. Okay, now I will play the scales with the chords. Okay, there are two type of playing the chord with the scale. First is like to play the chord on the last scale note, okay, where we are finishing the song note, or playing in the middle like this. If I play sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, there are two ways to perform it. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, or else play the chord. Sa re ga ma, sa re ga ma pa dha ni 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 sa, or like this. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, sa. Okay, always check the scales with the scales, the chord scales matching with the scales of the keyboard. Okay, sometimes the chord doesn't match with the keyboard which we play from second octave, so what we do, we just shift that to the first octave then only. This is how all about the keyboard lesson and western vocals. And now if I create any song with these scales and chords, okay, so I have created one song which is like this. So now how to make the intro music of the song. Suppose I play like this. Lost in the seashore, never rising, never I get bored. Now here is my intro music. Intro music now comes. Lost in the seashore, never rising, whenever I get bored, melted, 'cause made me realize life is not just about to fantasize. So you can see I'm playing the chord after each scale, where the scale note is ending. I can play like this also. Lost in the seashore, never rising, whenever I get bored. Both are correct. Playing middle, then playing on the end, the chord. Okay. At this way you can create the intro music. You can create a song of your own with the scales and chords. But then I will say that first you learn the keyboard lesson and everything. Try to create, and best way to create the scales and scales and chords of the song is that first you have to listen to the song. Like any song which is like ready-made song, it is very easy to copy the scales and chords. No difficulty, nothing. Rocket science is not there. Rocket science is there where you are writing the notes and fixing the scales and chords, creating a rhythm, producing a music, composing a music on the scales and chords. Okay, this is the rocket science, but that is the profession only for professionals actually, and just for those who are passionate about singing, they can just play with the ready-made songs. Maybe that is not for them. So this is how all about music. Music is a profession as well, and music also gives you healing as well. So if you like my demo training session, okay, you can join my class online at Zoom meeting, and I charge rupees 1000 per hour. So I hope you enjoyed this keyboard lesson. We can do many activities regarding the Western vocal warm up and regarding my keyboard lesson once you join. Okay, so this is all about the keyboard lesson and Western vocal warm up. I hope you enjoyed the class, and also about the songwriting, also about the music composition, which I have trained you right now. So at this way you can create your own songs. Okay, bye bye.